Assalamualaikum. How are you?
Welcome, Samadra. How are you?
Great, great. Alhamdulillah. So, how's the
Yeah,
moist? Yeah. So, how's everything in Canada going?
everything is good. Yeah, weather is changing. It's getting cold now. आजकल rain चल रही है जबरदस्त.
Oh,
And then
okay.
बस yeah, winter आ रही है.
Yeah, maybe here. It's like not heavy rainfall, but slightly
हाँ,
in Mumbai.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
And how's the condition in Canada due to COVID-19?
Yeah, COVID is not bad. People are good here. Right now थोड़ा
Mhm.
raise हो रहा है cases. लेकिन ये कि we're very in control. तो लोग जो respect कर रहे हैं तो I think we're good here. ऐसी कोई tension नहीं है. कुछ area
Because
हैं जहाँ पे हो चुका है.
because it was like they were in quarantine, they were in lockdown, and
Yeah, yeah,
when they were in lockdown, like they have nothing to do. They were in
uh,
quarantine, and
yeah,
due to that, people came in depression and all
yeah.
that. So how you deal with a bad day?
Well, you know what? I think opposite now. A lot of people were depressed, but I also saw a lot of people were happy because they finally got the time to spend with their family. All of
Yeah,
us were running around like robots, and now we finally had the time to really sit back and appreciate what we have, right? The people
definitely.
who were depressed, I mean, social media and online, I think has been something that really brought people very close together. Look at
Mhm.
Zoom, right? Who knew Zoom was going to become this big, right?
Yeah,
So at least people I knew who were going through some trouble like that, uh, online, social media, everything really helped. And all of us, online influencers, celebrities, everybody, we really pushed hard to get content out. So I released my song, and we took non-stop videos so we can entertain people.
I heard
Um,
that you were the award-winning producer. What was that?
Right. So I've had a long background in filmmaking, and I was very big in the corporate side of the world. I did a lot of high-end commercials, a lot of short films. So there's a
Wow.
couple of awards here. One of them is a 40 under 40 Business Achievement Award,
Okay.
and it was for the best filmmaker in our area. And yeah, so been very happy with that. It's been about 3 4 years now. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Not many
amazing.
people know about that side of my world. I keep it separate from my entertainment world, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Corporate side, yeah, yeah.
So when the people were in lockdown, quarantine, and they were in depression, so how important is emotional understanding according to you?
It's super important. I mean, unless you don't have understanding of yourself, you don't have understanding of self-love, how are you supposed to take out of situations? I think the number one thing for people to do is accept if they're not happy and then take action to do something about it.
Exactly, exactly.
The problem is especially in our culture, people don't accept that they have an issue and they want a quick fix somehow, or they're just going to stay in
Yeah,
depression without something to fix it. So I hope people just take a step, just YouTube, and you'll find millions of ways to fix yourself. You know?
yeah, because in this COVID-19, they were like the job and all that has been gone. But the main important thing was that in due to COVID-19, people lost their jobs, lives, of course, but they were
Right.
in depression. How they will be running the families and all that. So, what was the
Exactly.
condition of jobs in Canada?
Yeah, we got blessed, man. Our God bless our Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. He started something called CERB, and
Okay,
CERB is a replacement for families. So they were getting around $2,000 per person whoever lost their job, unfortunately.
okay,
So it really helped a lot of people sustain in the thing, and so I think we're very blessed in Canada.
mhm,
Um, Now that CERB stopped, the government started a new thing. I think it's called CRB or something like that,
okay.
and where they help people by paying them a little bit amount of money
Mhm.
to compensate for in case they can't go back to work the way they used to, or they can't make as much enough money as they used to. You know. So if you're
Okay.
making I think, X amount of money, you're okay. But if you don't make any money or you're really suffering, then the government does help you.
So,
That's very
as an entrepreneur, what do you say on like people should do jobs or they should enroll in the kind of startups?
Yeah, it all depends on what your passion is. The number one thing is what do you know? I'll tell you a very cool story
Okay.
very quickly. When I was in school, I went in as an engineer. My father, everybody from when I was born in Kuwait and everything, everyone said, Waqar, be an engineer. And I thought I'll be an engineer. I went to school, and the first month of engineering, I hated it. But I'm still doing it, getting
Mhm.
good marks because I'm a good, you got to be a good student for your parents, right? And then you do. I had an Italian professor, really cool guy,
Oh, okay.
like one of those chill professors. Okay,
Hmm.
he took me on the side, and this is what his words were. He's like, Waqar, you have four fingers in your hand, except your thumb, right?
Okay.
Means in a man's life, you're gonna work 40 years of your life, your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and you're gonna retire in
Hmm.
your 60s. He's like, go do what the F you wanna do instead of wasting your time here, because do what you love. And it was like a
Definitely.
light bulb, you know. And
Hmm.
I've always been huge in filmmaking and marketing and branding, and I got into the marketing branding degree, and I've been super happy. So the reality is, do what makes you happy. When you can wake up
Definitely.
every day, and yeah, some people are 9 to 5, they want that stability. Some are crazy like us, who are entrepreneurs, want to work all the time. You know?
Definitely. Because startup is like
Yeah,
it's kind of your ideology basically.
right, right.
Because I
Yeah,
do remember when I was in 11th standard, then I started my
yeah,
own business of e-commerce, and where I
yeah.
used to send refurbished mobile phones basically. Because yeah, there was
Wow.
a time no one buys refurbished mobile phones. They were like, what is
Right, right,
refurbished mobile phones? I don't know. That was the
right.
time. And slightly after a few years, Amazon started selling by the name of Reown,
Yeah, yeah,
and people
yeah,
started buying from over there, and I was like, yeah,
yeah,
now my time is over, I should do something
yeah,
else.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because as an entrepreneur you cannot stick on particular one lineup. You should have the various sources of
Yeah,
income
yeah,
basically. Because
yeah. One of my really good mentors told me once. He was my boss actually back when I was very young, and he said, "Vakar, change." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "If you don't change, how are you gonna grow?" It's so simple, but it makes big sense. If you don't understand the trends in the world, how are
definitely.
you gonna know? When I went to the entrepreneur side of things, I was trying to see, okay, what's the trend in the next 5 years?
What?
And branding was something people were missing, how to identify themselves, and videos were the next big thing. Google just bought YouTube. I'm talking about like 7 8 years ago, and I
Okay.
knew videos are the next thing coming up, and I got into that. Last 3 4 years ago, videos so saturated now that I knew that it's time for me to upgrade, you know.
Hmm.
And then we got into short films, and now we're doing feature films and so it's like, no, but now feature films is a big trend.
Yeah.
India and Pakistan, people are more acceptable to lower budget movies, but well written movies. Finally, no commercial hero and villain
Hmm.
and love stuff. You know, people are looking for real
And the
stuff.
more thing is, people is like moving towards online platforms like Hotstar,
Yeah,
Netflix, and all that, because
yeah,
they know what's the trending topic, where it is coming right now.
exactly. When at the
And
world, social media has brought people closer now. The world is globalized.
definitely.
Everyone in India knows how people in Canada live and vice versa and how their cultures are. So
Hmm.
now it's the right time to release, like people understand more Hollywood movies now in places like India and Pakistan, from a rickshaw wala to whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I think this is a different world now, and I'm happy about it. I think it's good.
Whereas it
You
is
know?
different world. Like for example, there was an tradition era. Now we are in the modern era basically.
Yeah,
And there was a time where I'll just say the kind of ideology example. There was a time where you cannot imagine that water, air, fire
yeah,
might be a business for future. Like for
yeah, yeah,
example, H2O, water. There
yeah,
was a time where you cannot imagine that you will be buying the water and drinking it, because that time there was a time where water was free.
yeah, yeah. Bilkul.
Now it's a part of a business.
It's bilkul sahi baat hai. Exactly. Yeah,
Because
you're right.
and air, oxygen, that's in, so it's been in the market. Fire,
Yeah, yeah,
we are selling the fire, because if it is
yeah, yeah.
only on the ideology basically. If
Right.
you overcome the ideology, if you bypass your questions, then you will be the successful basically.
100%. I just it's a good point. Since we've been talking, we actually had a conversation with friends. It was a group of men, we're all
Hmm.
businessmen, and we talk sometimes. As much as everybody's becoming very entrepreneurial these days, everyone
Yeah.
wants the big business. Everyone wants to quit their jobs. I think the main understanding, and I think I really love Gary Vee. I don't know if you know Gary Vee. He really promotes that a lot. That
Okay.
you don't need to be the next big entrepreneur to be happy in your life. You got to understand what is happiness to you. If
Definitely.
last 50 60 years the world was stable, was because people worked 9 to 5. In
Hmm.
US, why US was successful is because people went to work for GM,
Hmm.
or car companies, work 9 to 5, come home, go on a vacation once a year, have a nice stable home, have a nice stable family, middle class people. But they were
Hmm.
happy because they were. Now everyone's trying to be a businessman, everyone's trying to have a side hustle, and that's not easy. It's very, very hard.
Hmm.
And I think people understand it because they want the dream, but they don't know what it takes to get there. But
Yeah,
if
right.
you are happy with making memories with your family, and if you're happy with the 9 to 5, then that's phenomenal. Because end of the day, when you're
Hmm.
old, it's not the money; it's the memories you're gonna cherish. You know.
You should have a
Uh,
good company, good friends, whom you like. You can be motivated with those persons.
with 100%, I think of course like your circle needs to be someone that elevates
Motivates
you.
you. Yeah,
Exactly, yeah, and they push you further. They don't have to be better or experts than you, but they should be someone who really care about you for you to grow. And I think that's what true friendship is.
definitely.
See the best of
We
you.
have some kind of question on startup, and before we go towards the startup, there are the few questions basically from your subscribers only, and
Sure,
who wanna ask you the questions on your social media
sure,
live basically. So we'll go and check out the questions.
sure.
Okay, so there's a one person, Rishikesh Mishra. He asks like, our friends would like to know how much time do you spend on social media?
Oh, you know what? Good question. I Yes, a bad habit in quarantine, but I spend an average about an hour a day,
Mhm.
and about 15-20 minutes go towards me updating all of my things.
Okay.
And I'll say about 30 minutes I take towards researching and learning what I need to learn.
Hmm.
I need to be on TikTok and Instagram to see what the new trends are so I can follow them for my YouTube and for my own channels. And I follow guys like Jay Shetty, Gary Vee, all the motivation guys to kind of keep me on track. So I have a half an hour of myself. That's some me time with my coffee in the morning on my social media, and about 20
Because it
minutes to
has a
half
kind
an
of
hour.
disadvantage, because if I'll say that when the people are in lockdown quarantine, they have
Mhm.
nothing to do, but they were
Yeah,
having their right hand, which was their mobile phones, and
yeah,
they
yeah,
were using TikTok, they were using social Facebook, and even
yeah,
60 plus old persons, they
yeah, yeah,
who
yeah.
don't know how to use social media, even they have joined it.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Which is a good thing. I think that's a good thing, right? At least we
Yeah.
don't have to sit there and teach uncle is tarah karke यूं करो, इस तरह करके it takes too long
and
nowadays.
and those person who used to scroll their children's के ये क्या 24 घंटा
Mhm.
तू मोबाइल के सामने रहता है,
Yeah,
and that
yeah,
person, that 60 plus old person were in their
yeah.
own mobile phones, like whole night whole day scrolling the TikToks and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Then
बिल्कुल
they
बिल्कुल
realize कि हाँ ये मोबाइल फोन चीज ऐसी है.
हाँ हाँ बिल्कुल सही बात है we know gaming हुआ करती है oh गेम खेलना खराब है गेम खेलना खराब है but it actually the
Hmm,
research shows अब हर चीज ज्यादा करना it is wrong अब जैसे पबजी
definitely.
शुरू हुई थी इंडिया पाकिस्तान हम लोग को 24 घंटे लगे हुए थे बच्चे but that's not right लेकिन अगर आप एक
Yeah,
टाइम मेकर हो it's actually good for you in आपका ब्रेन तेज होता है आपकी preferences
yeah,
तेज
kind of
होती हैं
puzzle games, investigation type games and all that.
any games even like Call of Duty even PUBG like if you
Yeah.
because there's so much concentration that it
I
inquires
I
actually.
तो I तो never played any games except GTA.
Acha, acha. Oh, I
Okay.
remember. It's classic. GTA is a classic, yeah.
Only I played only two games, which was GTA, all series except five. I didn't play it five, and Counter Strike Condition Zero.
Oh, wow, wow. Okay, okay. Very nice.
That's
But
it.
I went to a town called Pittsburgh in US. If you
Okay.
play GTA, there is a lot of highways with a lot of bridges. If you would remember, a lot of cool bridges on the highways in GTA. And
Yeah.
they planned shot that according to Pittsburgh. So हम सब दोस्तों ने plan बनाया था quarantine से पहले we would take our cars this summer and do like
Okay.
phenomenal photo shoots, make a lot of content because the bridges and the cars it just looks beautiful, right?
Yeah.
But the quarantine सारा so हमारी सारी गाड़ियाँ खड़ी हुई हैं ऐसी कुछ भी नहीं किया but next year inshallah hopefully.
Yeah. At the on the social media part, there was an app called TikTok. So this
Uh,
was something you cannot say vulgar, but it was a very huge disadvantage type where have government have banned it, because
uh,
people were like 24 hours on this particular
yeah,
application, where I think Pakistan and Indian government also had banned this application,
yeah, exactly, yeah, yeah.
because
I
this
believe they
was,
just unbanned it, yeah.
yeah,
But
because this was kind of you can say you cannot say on content perspective, but it was something which was against something, because जो उनको मिल रहा था, they used to shoot, they used to ended up by uploading this kind of vulgar content,
yeah,
and vulgar content is like something which you cannot accept in kind of this society.
of course, yeah. Her cheese, everything comes with goods and bads, right? Look at this though. TikTok now is the biggest platform for people to learn. The
Hmm.
newest trend now is something called infotainment, where
Yeah.
you're giving good information in a very entertaining way. There's a 60-year-old giving some really good life advice. There's a 60-year-old giving really good business investment advice, and there's a dentist
Exactly.
giving some phenomenal
Hmm.
advice. I think it's all about, especially parents controlling their kids and what kind of content they're watching. But as a society, हमारे लोग unfortunately कुछ ज़्यादा excited हो जाते हैं, and then they don't care. As you have to be a little bit focused as a society to say, okay, you know what, let's take advantage instead of abusing it, and then it gets banned.
Yeah,
So I think I love our culture, and I think it's time slowly we are getting much more better in that.
definitely,
Our
definitely.
younger
Because we
generation
have
is
some kind of different mindset according to our
exactly
culture. Pakistanis have
yeah
different culture. Indian have
yeah
having the different culture.
exactly
But
exactly
Western culture is kind of it's kind of very higher level, which
right.
you might be it will take kind of some time to take over it.
Yeah, I don't know about higher. I think that the thing is, our people are very smart. I
Definitely.
mean, mashallah, Indian Pakistanis, we have the brains. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes, yes.
So I think it's just about control, and it's about quality of life.
Hmm.
Not everybody should be an artist. Not everybody should become famous. When we
Yeah,
learn to live and be happy with what we have, I think is where our society is going to get much more better. When you go to an uncle, auntie, what are they talking about? घर कैसे बड़ा लेना है, पैसे कहाँ से पहले करने हैं, ये कहाँ से क्या करना है, like
hmm.
if we can, why here, if people make $1,000, they learn to live happily with $1,000. हमारे यहाँ $1,000 बनेंगे, they'll complain, यार $1,000 ही हैं और उन्हें चाहिए थे,
Yes,
ये,
point.
so that's the problem. Yeah, so I think TikTok could have been an escape for a lot of people, but it's all about having a bit of control, and hopefully, I think we're getting there. I think it's
Yeah,
happening.
that's like
कुछ आ
another
रहा है.
questions.
Yeah.
Aditya Narayan, he's asked you that do you think that we are presenting our private life too extensively on social media?
Okay. Hi, Aditya. Good question. So I think the question was, should you really expose your private life too much on social media?
Hmm. Yes.
Okay. Good question. I that as an influencer, we don't have a private life anymore. Everything is open, right?
Yeah,
When we
in
vlog,
the
it's all
vlog
open.
something, and yes, definitely.
Yeah, it's all open. I think if we have something positive to give, sure. I like to keep my family a little bit private. I've been in industry for so long. We haven't had any issues, any cases, because you keep your personal life private,
Yes,
thoda sa, and then you expose a bit of your family because people want to relate. But
definitely.
zada person is not even a good thing. I'll give you a couple of examples. There's a lot of celebrities
Hmm.
who you don't know a lot about their personal life, and it's
Definitely.
because when they come home, that's their life.
Hmm.
Social media and media entertainment is work. When they come home, this is their
You should
peace.
divide
So
your life into two categories. Like personal is different, and
exactly. I mean, I have a video coming up very soon in the 60-second series that I do. And
yeah.
we talked about Sushant, who passed away.
Hmm.
So I have really good mentors from Bollywood. And we were talking about why people go through so much depression to
Yeah,
get to kill themselves. I mean, Joby story thi. There's a lot of artists in India,
yeah,
wannabe artists, who do kill themselves, who want to be
definitely.
celebrities, and they can, and they kill themselves, unfortunately. So if you think of it as work, then
Yes.
you have this personal life doesn't get affected.
Hmm. Exactly.
So I think the key is to find that balance, and whatever you're comfortable with, and then you're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, Neha Chaudhary asks you that the young generation is one second, not this one. Yeah, Neha Chaudhary asks you the young generation is greatly addicted to social media, and their parents are not interested. They used to give them mobile phones to watch YouTube and all that kind of. So what you want to say on this? Because in our country in India basically, बच्चा शोर कर रहा है उसको YouTube दे दो, whether it's
Yeah,
like 6 7 or 4 5 years only, तो उनको उसको
yeah,
मोबाइल फोन से तो YouTube दे दो, and the 4 5 years the children knows how to use social media also.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So it's kind
yeah,
of disadvantage for those parents as well as for
yeah,
the students, for their daughters or son who
yeah, yeah,
uses.
yeah. So I have a man. Some people might hate me with this answer, but I'm gonna be honest about it.
Yeah.
If you go to a mall here,
Mhm.
you have a lot of white families, black families, desi families. I'll give you an
Yeah.
example.
Mhm.
The number one kids that yell and cry the most
Right.
outside and become a big fit, become a big drama, is desi kids.
Okay.
And why? So there's many reasons. As a parent, your life can be very hard. So I am nobody to judge. I am not a parent, but I have
Hmm.
nieces. So I've seen my sisters. I've seen how they raise, how our kids are in our household, right?
Yeah.
Gore discipline their kids at home. We sometimes like रो रहा है दे दे. अगर माँ बाप strict हो गए तो नाना नानी ने बोला नहीं दे दो, दादा ने नहीं दे दो.
Yeah.
Then when we give the kid so much freedom, then what is he going to do outside? But the
Definitely.
problem, ये तो खराबी है. But the problem is, if you're giving that kid so much exposure in such a young age, एक तो उनकी आंखें खराब, they're gonna get arthritis and stuff in their fingers when they get older.
Yeah.
But what's making kids now? They're becoming like tight in their bubbles. We used to play around and get kicked out of the house, go play in the yard or something,
Yeah.
because we were able to fight our battles in the yard and grow as humans.
Hmm.
Now kids are not doing that, and that will affect them as they go 10, 11 year old. That's why depression and anxiety and awkwardness is the biggest thing in young kids now. It's because of that.
And people
Because
and they are became frustrated and kind of those things
yeah,
also.
100%. And I mean, they're not building the right skills, core skills, the toughness as they have to do to pick up to grow as
Yeah,
a human.
exactly. Very good point.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest issue. So I hope parents, it's up to parents and the home to be one unit, so
Yeah.
they can really let teach the kid how to live their life and live their battles properly. So yeah,
Yeah. Cool.
those 2 cents. Hopefully I'm right or wrong. Nobody judge me. This is just my opinion. you know
Osama Baksh asks you that there is no censorship on social media. People write absolutely vulgar comments on
Yeah.
picture where the person is a blogger or whoever. Do you think there should be some kind of censorship?
I think a little bit of control is always good. I don't know
Hmm.
how you would censor the net, right?
Yeah.
It all comes down to you as a person, right?
Hmm.
Something crazy. Gary Vee even said this. He's like, imagine if someone is giving, like, we get a lot of bad hate comments, right? It's just average, it
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
He's like, imagine how bad of a place a person have to be mentally, where they go out of their way
Yeah.
to hate on you and then write about you and not let anybody know who they are.
Yeah.
Imagine the
The
toxic place.
mentality. Yeah.
You feel bad for them. Mentality तो बात अलग है, लेकिन you feel bad for them. Yeah, you have no happiness in your life that you have the time to go and hate on somebody. आप समझ रहे हो?
Very
चलो
good
हमारे
point.
culture में कुछ लड़के लड़कियां करते हैं लड़के. This is crazy. I would get a message saying, or a voice message or a video on
Okay.
Snapchat or whatever. गालियां दे रहे होते हैं fans. गालियां, गंदी गंदी गालियां. And you ignore it. Once in a while गुस्सा आ जाता है. You reply. You know what they say? हाँ वकार भाई, I'm so sorry यार, मुझे पता था आपने कभी जवाब नहीं देना था, मैंने गालियां दी तो आप गुस्से में देके जवाब दे रहे हो, तो आपने कम से कम मुझे जवाब दे दिया. I'm so sorry, I love you, I just wanted to say hi to you. हम लोग कोई तरीका है hi करने का यार. So it's things like that, right? But I think and the main thing is, it's good to have freedom of speech so everyone can voice their opinion. You are the one who have to choose what you want to accept. If
Yeah.
this world, there's always going to be, you cannot control the world.
Hmm.
It's up to you to control what you take from the world. So whoever, okay, what was the name of the person said that? Aditya?
Yeah. One second. Mr. Chakrabarti.
Chakravarti. So, Mr. Chakravarti, look, it's up to you and how you expect the world to be. You choose the content you want to take to make your life better and
Hmm.
make you a happy, overall better human. And then that, ignore the rest. It's not
because
it's not
because we
affect
used
you.
to think now like if it is the kind of woman empowerment and if someone writes something vulgar, so that kind of strength, that kind of motivations goes somewhere else.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. Especially, if one person write a bad comment, everybody starts replying to that bad
Exactly.
comment, right?
Yeah.
And again, that comes down to culture and stuff, right? And um, you like I said, if we understand that if it was our behan or ma,
Hmm.
we would not be doing that.
They
But we
should think
want
like
juice
that.
and drama. Yeah, we just want juice. We want drama, and for that we add to these things.
Yeah.
Everyone has an opinion. Let them voice their opinion. You support it, great. You don't support it, let it be. Let them do what they're doing. What's your problem,
Yeah.
right? And I think that's the mentality that we should have. So
Because in,
it,
in India, the kind of mentality that the people used to have, that when they will see any woman doing vlog or they doing something else on social media, they used to say
yeah,
कि क्या कर रही है? It doesn't make sense on
yeah,
social media. They
Yeah,
used to
yeah,
demotivate, defame the person, and the motivation of that woman goes somewhere else.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That
Because I'll be,
go
yeah,
ahead.
sorry, finish up, please. Finish up.
There's an I think Pakistani vlogger. She lives in China. She's a doctor and a good
Yeah.
vlogger by the name of Rida Zain. So,
Hmm.
and she's a good makeup artist as well. She used to do some kind of creative makeup and all that kind of. So one time I messaged her that there will be a if I get the opportunity to bring you in my frame in my interview and all that, because I don't see much vlogs. I only see few selected vlogs like your vlogs, Shamitri's vlogs, Sharvir Jafri, Rida Zain, and kind of. So it was like she was the example of woman empowerment, because if you see the content of that woman Rida Zain,
Yeah,
so you'll be seeing the
yeah,
content, because the content is more important, and one woman can empower the another woman on their
right.
platforms basically.
Well,
So who have
very
not
nice.
seen
Yeah,
her vlogs, I would recommend go and see her, and this will be the best example of women empowerment. So you might be motivated on and all.
right, right. Bilkul. No, I agree. You know what? Kudos to people like that because we need women like that to really empower, right?
Yeah,
Um, in our culture, the women are a little bit suppressed, and I
yeah,
respect her culture within wo hai. But if someone who has the motivation and the potential to do something, give them a little bit of freedom. Nowadays, the world is got so closed, everything is so open. I mean,
yeah. So
everyone has
I have a one question on women empowerment. Someone asking you the question, so I'll take that question. Neha Malik asks you that what changes should parents make to promote women empowerment and equalities in homes?
sorry, what was the question again?
What changes should parents make to promote women empowerment and equalities in home?
Oh, wow, good question. Good question. Okay, so wow, you know, see here, I mean, for my mom and dad,
Hmm.
they've never seen who's the guy and the girl.
Okay.
They've always seen who the girl is when it comes to some safety, right?
Yeah,
But when it comes
definitely.
to having an opinion, having a voice, getting your education, having some authority, having giving you the power to make a decision,
Yeah,
letting you kind of live your life on your own and making your experiences on your own, which make you a better human overall.
yeah,
If parents don't do that, that woman or that girl doesn't grow as a human. And what
definitely.
that would do is it would reflect back to her own life as she grows older.
Yeah,
When she gets married and she doesn't have a lot of experiences, she is not gonna be able to teach her kids. And the issue now is this: the world isn't simple the way it used to.
hmm.
Now there's so many things, especially social media. There's so many options for people, so many things for people that it can get very confusing and you forget who you really are, right?
Hmm.
So, in a household, a woman and a man both should be so strong mentally and understand the world where they can really teach their kids and give them a way of life to live.
Yeah. That all
So I
that
think parents should definitely now,
yeah, that
uh,
all I really known is in India, women are more motivated to start up a business as compared to the boys, because they have more
yeah,
ideologies as compared to the male.
yeah, they're hard workers, man. Women, lot of respect for women because the stuff they have to go through and still prove the world and
Yeah,
work hard and have to deal with vulgarity and stupidness when they go outside and take care of their safety. So, and what the mom and dad are gonna think, and some of them come home and help their mom and dad with the chores at home. A woman is much, much more
I would say
respected than
that you cannot underestimate the power of a woman.
100%. Like you can't, you never know, and I really believe if God's really made women to be so strong and stable. You know how there's a reason why this is a woman behind like a rock behind them, and they are
Yeah,
they have the power. This is the biggest thing I've seen in women. They have the power to sacrifice what they have lined up to help what's better for the family.
yeah,
And not many men can say that. If I was told, hey, leave the entertainment field and do something, but I would die.
mm,
This is what I've worked on for 20 years.
yeah,
Maybe a wife or a woman has the power to sacrifice all that because she knows, okay, my kids are more important, my family is more important. So I'm one of those guys where, hey, Me Too movement, I'm all about you.
yeah. So we'll take on the startup questions.
Sure.
Okay. So Nitin Kapoor asks you that many graduates in India aspire to be entrepreneurs. According to you, what are the most important skills an entrepreneurs should have?
Oh, good question. Look, number one is you need to be persistent. You cannot be, you need to keep on going. You gotta keep on pushing. Number two is knowledge. When you have knowledge, you know what you're saying, and people will respect your opinion. In India and Pakistan, the biggest culture is everybody's a manager. What I mean by a manager is, oh, I know this guy can get the job done. I'll go and get a client and I'll connect them to and make my commission, and that's my business. No, right? You're not a broker.
Yeah,
If you want to do something, learn, be an expert in that field, then go start that business, right?
definitely.
So knowledge and persistence is key. Communication is super important. How you talk, how you sell yourself,
Yeah,
very, very important. And I think number four for me would be is understanding trends. See
yeah.
what the next trend is. Solve a problem in that trend, and you will be successful.
Because as previously we have spoken on the example of water, so there was a time that when you used to go to buy an water, people used to see your face कि अरे पानी मांगने आया है शॉप पे for 10 rupees or that whatever the amount was of that time, and they were like the person is not having kind of such brain that वो पानी खरीद के पी रहा है जबकि पानी हर जगह फ्री था उस टाइम पे. Now the ideology has been so much promoted that now every business is into water business, and they are selling their waters by the name of rebranded and all that. So the ideology is very important. So it's if you fail in kind of some business, you should not demotivate yourself. Exactly, and you should like try something else if you are failed in kind of those things.
Yeah. Look, like I said earlier, water companies solved the problem.
Yeah,
Okay. There wasn't clean water, right?
definitely.
There wasn't access to good water. Nalke ka pani pi, you don't know, right?
Yeah,
I'll give you a real example. When we travel to Pakistan, our immune systems aren't as strong as people who live there. So अगर हम लोग गली
hmm.
का खाना खा रहे हैं, ये बन kebab, pani puri, blah blah blah, right? I mean, it's been love.
Yeah,
But foreign जाके खाएंगे बीमार हो जाएंगे. और
yeah,
होते ही होते हैं.
hmm.
So we need bottled water there, boiled water, whatever, to make sure that ice as a body used to हो जाए,
Yeah,
and then we eat and drink whatever we want. So they solved a problem, and that was the key now, right?
yeah.
I hope people recycle more because I think that's a big problem. But that's solve the
Okay.
issue, yeah, for sure.
Rohan Chanda asked you question. In Canada, how easy is to start a new business?
Hi, Rohan. Yeah, it's very easy. It's not hard. You have to go online and register your companies. There's a couple of ways to register your company. You can register it as a sole entrepreneur, sole proprietorship, or you can do it as a corporation, a federal one, which is for the province, or sorry, for the country, or you can do a provincial one, which is for the province, the state that you live in. Once you start it up, open up a bank account, and then you're good to go. Get your website running, all your branding tools. It's not hard. The hard part is selling yourself, building the
Yeah,
name. In Canada, our population is very small. The area is very big.
yeah,
Everybody's crammed in Toronto. You want to start a business here today? Guarantee you there's 10 people doing it 10 times better than you. So the main problem for us comes is how long are you willing to push, and how do you stand out of the crowd? If you can answer
definitely.
those two questions, you might be able to sustain a good business here. But find a need, solve a problem. I always say that. Solve a problem. Give people what they want.
Yeah. Rohan asked you that in today's difficult time, how difficult is to make your business a successful? Because definitely, because in this difficult time, there are many competitors in the market out there.
Yeah, so I'll tell you like this, right? I used to work for a cell phone company long time ago,
Okay.
and the owner had, I think he had like 12 franchises of a company called Rogers, like you have in India. आप लोगों के जो भी हैं, जैसे यहाँ पे Rogers है.
Yeah.
This guy came from nowhere and bought the most expensive stores that my boss had,
Yeah.
and everyone, and this was depression time, when recession time, sorry. Everyone's like, why the hell is he buying these expensive stores at this time? I asked him. His name was Floyd. He said, Waqar, when we were in a tough time,
Hmm.
The whole world, all my competitors are thinking, oh my God, economy kharab hai. Oh my God, kaam nahi chalega. But the reality is the world keeps on moving. People need cell phones. Agreed? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I right now work the hardest because
Yeah.
I don't have to deal with my competition. So everybody's on TikTok, everybody's quarantining. This is the time you push because there is also opportunity as much as there is no opportunity because your competition
Opportunities knocks only
is low.
once. Opportunity knocks only once, and this depends upon you that you are able to grab that opportunity on time.
Exactly. Look, we wanted more publicity. I was away for 3 years from social media. I came back. I lost a lot of fan following. I lost a
Oh,
lot of
okay.
traction. When I came back, I said, okay, ab quarantine ho gaya hai, take advantage. So I pushed hard to come back in the scene again, right? And I'm still
Yeah,
pushing hard. I'm still not in the scene the way I used to. I mean, 3 years ago, we were one of the top YouTubers in the world.
yeah.
Now there's a million of them. I missed that golden period, the golden opportunity. Last 3 years, everybody grew, and I missed that, unfortunately. I mean, I was doing other things, but I was making movies and all that. Now I got to come back into this game, and I took advantage of quarantining because I knew people are watching. They're home. They're on TikTok. So we got push it hard, and we pushed hard. So take advantage of an opportunity. Don't think of it as a loss. Think of it, what can I do in this thing to make it better?
So do you think,
How can I take advantage?
yeah, do you see YouTube as a business opportunity for those who want to start as a vlogger or a blogger?
Look, I'm never anybody to say no. You never know. You might have that thing that can make you very, very unique on YouTube. But I can guarantee you now, YouTube is not the way it used to.
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
YouTube is very tough. Competition is super strong. So you really gotta decide, love what you do, and you gotta be damn good at it. Your quality, everything has to be on point for you to say, okay, I have a sustainable thing here. And it's not as much money as you think it is, especially in
Hmm.
India, Pakistan. Your CPMs are super low, right? So do your dating, man. But don't quit your dating. Try this. If you really have that little zing and you get picked up, if you have quality
Yes,
in your
point
content,
exactly.
meaning content is something good, yeah, it's not about the right camera, it's about what you film and how you show it, right?
Yeah,
What's your
definitely.
personality like? If you
Because
stand out, then go for
people used to think na, ki, I have uploaded one video, I have uploaded 10 videos, 20 videos, views nahi aa rahe, subscribers nahi hai, they used to quit because nahi ho raha hai.
it. No. Yeah.
It's kind of those
The
things.
biggest thing is this, don't and I think this is a very important point. Anybody who's watching wants to do this, understand this. Yes, you do stuff that you like,
Hmm.
but do stuff that people want to see from you. Don't just give them something that you like and you give them. It's not how it works. It's
Yeah,
like the biggest thing that men have with women, like we cherish the woman so much, we buy her flowers, we do this, we do that.
yeah,
What we don't understand is see what the woman wants and do that thing for the woman. It could be something so small as just sit with me and don't hold your phone, Mr. Man. She just wants that. But I would
yes,
give her flowers and do this and do that. That didn't make her same giving doesn't give her the same happiness. So
definitely.
give your audience what they want. And I think that's the key that you have to import with whatever that you have to offer.
Wow,
So
amazing,
yeah.
amazing. There's one more question.
Sure.
What was your primary motivation to be different and be an entrepreneur? This has been asked by student 1111. He asked
Okay.
you how,
I'm
what was your
noting
primary
this.
motivation to be
Uh,
different and to be entrepreneur?
I mean, for me, maybe I had a lot of mentors who were entrepreneurs in my life that I really kind of chose that route. I just knew I was always hungry. When I was
Yeah,
at a job, I always felt like I was capped. I was never able to get my potential out. And I needed to do something to show my potential, expose myself, and something with accountability. But I really want to do something that can make a mark when I leave. I
yeah.
want to make a change. I want to do something to the world. And I said, Waqar, what are the steps to do that? I said, if I become a successful entrepreneur, have good money, have a good name behind me, good publicity behind me, I can make that much of an impact.
Hmm.
And that was really the motivation. And yeah, so
Because if you say like kind of motivation, people used to go to Instagram, they used to charge for 5 minutes, 10 minutes after seeing those images, and they have nothing to do with the business. Because if you say that the students in India or in Pakistan, they have to do something kind of business, but their parents are stopping them to do a startup because they are
sure.
scared कि यार अगर fail हो गया, it might be a huge
Uh,
loss.
Yeah.
Instead of doing startup, you should go for the 9 to 5 jobs. You will be getting a good
हाँ,
salary, good amount. You will be you have to
stable
marry
होता है.
again and all that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
those things.
बिल्कुल. Yeah. Look, I don't blame the parents. As much as um, I'm all about, listen, go follow your dreams because you just,
Hmm.
but you need to have the discipline to make it happen, right? And in the world, and this is something I fell for as well. Results are the only things that matter.
Yeah.
हमारे culture में, I see a lot of entrepreneurs, they want people to see their struggle. No one gives a shit
Hmm.
about your struggle.
Yeah.
Honestly, show me your result. What have you done? That's how
Yeah.
parents are too. Dads are like, show me what you've done. So keep quiet, do your thing, work hard. I remember when I was starting to sing, I would do vocal coaching in my car.
Yeah.
I've never done a vocal coaching class thing in my house because my dad would be like, he's supporting me with all my dreams, but I don't want to make it awkward. So the thing is, until my results weren't coming, I
Yeah.
did it quietly and I worked my whatever I was doing to support the family earlier. So the point is, okay, um, do what your responsibility is, but work that much harder, sleep less, push on the extra time that you have instead of wasting with your friends and doing goofy things. And when you get some result, then go talk to your parents. I think they'll talk to you
So
differently. You know?
on this point, I have one question for you.
Sure.
This again, Aditya, ask you the question: has being an entrepreneur affected your family life?
Um, you know, yeah, sort of, because there's ups and downs as an
Hmm.
entrepreneur, right? There are down days, they're financially giving time to your family, all that stuff. And then there's good days where you can take the day off whenever you want.
Yeah.
You have the money to do whatever you want. Take a
Yeah.
vacation out of the blue if you want. So I think your family does get affected by it, but if you keep your communication open with your family and they're all in this with you, then I think it can also become a very adventurous experience, right?
Yeah.
So definitely they're going to get affected, but I think it's up to you and how much love and time you want to give your family. Like I said before, your work is separate and
Hmm.
your personal life is separate. Make sure
They
you give
should.
the time
Yeah.
to your personal life. Yeah.
One last question. Shirin asked you the question like, how do you define success, and what you wanna say to the audience watching right now on the frame? So
How do you
how would you define success, and what you wanna say to your audience who is watching this on this frame?
Good question. How do I define success? I really think success is honestly your true happiness and what
Fine.
makes you feel complete,
Hmm.
what makes you feel content.
Hmm.
um it could be anything. It could be living in Jamaica in a small hut on the island, not making enough money, but you're on an island chilling, like that's what your life that you want.
Hmm.
Just whatever that makes you feel full and complete, I think is true happiness. I'll give you a very small example.
Yeah.
If a family with two kids is only making $2,000 a month, and a
Hmm.
family is making $10,000 a month, but the $2,000 a month is able to give the time and the experiences to his family, low budget experiences, but experiences, and they have more love and bond between each other than the one at 10,000, then the 2,000 is a better choice. So whatever is happiness, contentment for you. As to what I want to say to the fans, to the family, to everybody watching is, thank you for all the love you guys are going giving, and Waqar is back, and a lot of new content is coming out. My next song is coming out very soon. So do keep on supporting on that. I love how everybody accepted me back when I came back with open arms. So thank you, much love for that. And you know what? As much as a lot of craziness going on in the world right now, just find your happiness, find your peace, and try to be better humans to everybody. Just spread love and peace. That's all I can say.
Yeah, by the way, people do love your vlogs from Mumbai,
Like,
India, and all. So
right?
they used to see your own good friendship with Sham, Shahavir, and all that. So
Yeah.
where are they right now?
So
Shavir and
everybody's
his
life. Avi is in Pakistan. Sham is here. We're preparing for some new projects right now. So yeah, everyone. We're all in Canada except Shavir is in Pakistan.
So can we meet Sham over there?
Can you meet Sham?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends. It depends how, but we normally
No,
schedule
no.
some
Is he available over there right now?
Oh no, no, no! I'm at home. He's at his home. He lives about
Oh,
45 minutes away from me. No, no, no. Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
So what's the time
yeah.
over there?
It's about 11:45 a.m.
Oh, over here it's 9:15 p.m.
Yeah, yeah. I understand. I work with India quite a bit. So after I'm done with you, we have phone calls lined up for the next project. So yeah, yeah. Mumbai is like my second home, man. A lot of business colleagues and friends from India,
Yeah.
from Mumbai.
So all the best for your upcoming projects,
Thank you, thank
and
you.
we'll be waiting for your new video, which you said which is gonna come inshallah.
Yeah, very soon. I think 3 weeks it should be out. Yeah, we'll
Thanks
start
for
promoting very soon. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, definitely. So thanks
All
for
right.
joining the show.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it. Everyone, have a good time. And yeah, take care of yourselves.
Okay, fine.